Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel again. Today I'm going to talk about another interesting Android application that we can use to actually see the list of cryptocurrencies on different exchanges. Okay, so let's get to it. If you're not familiar with my channel or haven't had a chance to look at the playlist, I would highly recommend at least looking at this playlist right here. That deals with all kinds of crypto related projects, whether it is looking at different programming language to get all the list of information from cryptocurrencies from different exchanges, or using an Android application, especially this one. Okay, that is used to show how you can use an Android application to call a Coinbase Pro REST API to get the list of cryptocurrencies that you have on an exchanges. So it's pretty cool. If you hadn't had a chance, please go ahead and take a look at it. But today I'm going to show you another Android application that is really like a complex version of this, that literally has all the bits and pieces and more features and more user friendly. And it also has some really advanced features, like it has line graphs that shows you the history of your currency, how it's doing, whether it is for an exchange or whether it's the total value. It also can show you an individual currency's day changes. So it's got a lot of cool stuff. So let's see it. So this is the application. I'm just going to go ahead and run it. Let it come up. Okay, it's coming up. As you could see, it is now contacting the different exchanges and trying to load all the data as it contacts those exchanges and calls the REST APIs. It is actually populating a local SQLite database so that it doesn't really have to reload it every time. As you could see, all the list of cryptocurrencies are loaded, and this is actually the entire portfolio. Right now I have it coded so that it goes to the Coinbase Pro, Coinbase, and Binance. So this is kind of like a summary of everything. As you could see, there is the total balance, and there is a one-day change, and looks like it went down a little bit. And then for each of the cryptocurrencies is there. This is the Cardano, this is Algo, AVAX, basic authentication token, and each of them, it has its price, whether it's up and down from yesterday's price. That also includes the total amount that you have on the exchanges and also the value, whether it's up and down. So all of these things are in there. And if you're interested, you can also go into a specific exchange. Like I want to look at the Coinbase, let's say, and it will only show you that Coinbase. So it's fairly straightforward, but at the same time it's pretty capable, and you can definitely add more feature to it or more code to it to go crazy with this thing. But the way it's designed, it's pretty extendable. And of course I could click on this. That will just kind of exit the application. Alright, let's talk about the code now. The way the code is designed, it's pretty much similar to what I showed you in my previous video that I talked about, which is this guy right here. So it is going to be similar design. I have an UI package, I have a data package. So obviously UI package deals with everything that's related to the view layer, and the data package relates to everything that we have for the data layer. And this one is a little bit more advanced because I have to use a SQLite database to store my currencies so that we don't have to go back to the exchanges all the time. And this is the model layer. That's where I have all the data objects that stores the different information that JSON data that we're getting from the exchanges. So that's for this. And this is literally the service layer where it actually goes and calls the REST API. And the API call helper, as it says, it has a whole bunch of built-in calls that it will actually go and make the right API calls from the right exchanges. And this is the interesting configuration Kotlin file that I call it, that's where you can actually go and put all of the list of API keys. I don't want to show it because of course it's got my keys in there, but this is where it is. So trust me, it's in there. And then database helper is, of course, that's where I got all the database codes that I need, list of queries and stuff that is in there. That's how it's designed. And then the line chart helper is where I actually use an external very cool library called mic field charting, I think. So that's what I use for the line chart. And then the static is just this whole bunch of utility methods and variables that is common that I have to use all over the code. So instead of repeating it, I just put it in there. And fragment, as you know, this is what shows the entire thing, and I only have one fragment that actually literally shows all the different exchanges plus the portfolio, the entire the summary one. And I only have one recycle V adapter, common one that actually is being used for all of those different exchanges plus the summary one as well. And this is just a parent class that I use to put some common codes for the fragment. And there's only one activity, and of course there's resources, the resources. That's how it's pretty much designed. And the way I have it coded right now, I'm just going to show you that yes, I hard coded it, but all I have to do is change this number of days. I can change it to like 200 days, and it is automatically going to go look for all the history for the last 200 days, and it's going to get the value. So it's pretty cool. So I'm just going to do it actually just to show you. I'm going to go ahead and run this. Yeah, let it come up. As you can see that it's actually not, it's only going to get some data for the date that it doesn't have in the database. So that's what it's doing only. It's only getting the diffs, not everything. So let it do its thing. And when it's done and loaded, it's got the data for the last 200 days. And actually you could see this, it started at September of last year. That is kind of like 200 days and all the way up to the March. And of course, it is very capable. You could go onto any specific point and you get to see exactly on that day, how much you had actually. So anyway, that's all I have today. And if you're really interested in the source code of this complicated big mess, please look at the description below. I'm gonna put the place where I put the source code, and if you really want to support me, please go ahead, fetch the code, get the code, and you can extend this thing to the wazoo, whatever you want to do. And of course, if this video has added value to your programming skills or any of your programming abilities, please do subscribe my channel and hit the like button. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you being on my channel. Bye now.